Hey, family and friends. There's just a few days till the election on November 3rd, and I just wanted to share with you some information about a writing candidate that I'm excited about. His name is Daniel Cummings. So, a lot of you might not have even known that you could vote for someone who wasn't one of the three presidential candidates listed on the ballot. So I just wanted to review how you can tell who is an official writing candidate. So from the Secretary of State's website, if you click on the elections tab and then there's a button 2020 general election candidates. And then if you click on the federal tab, you'll see the major party candidates. But then there are, in addition to those three, there are 5 additional writing candidates that they typically don't show the results for the write-ins on election night, but they are officially tallied after the fact and reported in the final election results. So there are the 3 major Republican, Democrat, Libertarian will be listed on the ballot, and then there's 5 more. And the one that I am excited about is Daniel Clyde Cummings. He's a write-in candidate, and you can go to his website at cummingsforpresident.com to learn more about him, and I'll cover a little bit of that in a second. But first, just in case you've never done a write-in vote before, it's pretty simple in Arizona. Each county has a slightly different ballot, but basically you'll have bubbles next to each of the 3 parties that are on the ballot, and then there'll be a bubble for a write-in. Sometimes it'll say write-in, sometimes it'll just have a blank line next to it. So you just fill in that bubble, and then you just need to write in the last name of the candidate that you want to vote for. So in this case, if you're like me, you'll be writing in Cummings, Cummings. And as long as they can tell who it is between the other writing candidates, they'll mark that vote for the candidate that you write in. So on Dr. Cummings' website, cummingsforpresident.com, he lists, the values and ideas that are important to him. And he's not a politician, a career politician. He's a medical doctor, but he has a firm foundation and understanding of the Constitution and principles of liberty that can really help out our country at this time. So on this slide, I've just taken the categories, the headlines of the sections that he has on his website. But in summary, he believes in the original intent of the Constitution, and that the people who are elected to serve in our government should keep their oath of office. They should follow the Constitution, do no more or less than what is specifically given them power to do at the federal level. And it's 100% pro-life, 100% pro-Second Amendment, believes in sound money, no unconstitutional wars, that we should just follow the Constitution and do those things that would bring peace and prosperity to our country, and that the proper role of government is to protect our rights, not to make things fair or redistribute wealth or even to make us healthy or safe. It's just to protect our rights, and as long as you're not infringing on anyone else's rights, you should be left alone. So a common question I get when I tell people that I'm not supporting one of the major candidates is, oh, you're throwing your vote away, or you're stealing votes from who in their mind is the better of the 2 major party candidates, and I'm secretly helping the worst candidate to win. And my simple answer to that is no. I'm not throwing my vote away. I'm voting my conscience. I can't in good conscience support any of the candidates who are listed on the ballot, and so my vote belongs to me. I'm not stealing it from anyone. I'm not forcing anyone else to vote a certain way. I'm just voting for the candidate that I can vote with a clear conscience, feeling that that person would support the values and principles that I believe in and would actually keep their oath of office and is an honest and good and moral person. My second answer to that question is leverage. That, for several years I was involved in one of the major political parties just as a precinct committeeman and state committeeman, and I tried to make a difference within the party and just ended up leaving because it became clear to me that the establishment within the party was not interested in coming back toward a more constitutional and liberty-minded view and approach to the government, that they just would take that segment of the party for granted and not listen to our views. And so until there's more people who are willing to vote for someone else, they'll just keep taking those voters for granted and ignoring the positions that are important to them. And so finally, I want to leave everyone with 3 invitations. First is just research all the candidates, including the write-in candidates, and vote for who you believe is best. Second is to join in a day of fasting and prayer this Sunday, November 1st. So no matter who wins the election, I think we all can agree that we want the votes to be counted accurately and fairly. And one of the beauties of having the Electoral College is that while there certainly will be some voter fraud and cheating going on, with the Electoral College, as long as those votes aren't enough to tip the result of a single one of the states, then those votes don't at least affect who becomes the president. And so one thing I'll be praying for is that any fraud or cheating that happens in the election counting will not be enough to change the outcome of who is elected the president, and also that people can peacefully demonstrate if they're upset with the results, but not destroy property or cause harm to anyone. And my third invitation is just to consider getting involved or donating to the Constitution Party. I'm not making this video on behalf of the Constitution Party or anything. I'm just, as myself, as an individual, just sharing what I believe in. But I do believe that just like in any other aspect of life, competition can lead to better quality, and that it applies to politics too. And so we need more than just 2 or 3 options for our elections, and the Constitution Party's principles and platform align the best with my views, and so I'm trying to help us to grow, and I'd invite you to join with us as well. Thanks a lot.